Have you ever pictured your life without this addiction? No more guilt, no more shame, no more self-disgust, no more self-hatred, no more depression and all those stuff. Have you ever thought of how it feels like to say that, yes, I'm no more addicted to this porn and masturbation. I'm free. Well, I have. I was addicted for 4 years, from the ages of 15 to 19. I was chronically addicted. Constant usage of porn, constant falling back to masturbation, constant relapsing and all those stuff. Going through the cycle of shame, self-hatred, disgust, depression, filthiness, carrying the secret of this burden on my shoulders and all the stuff. But by the grace of God, I'm a year and 5 months clean. Not by my power, by the grace of God. And today I'll be showing you how exactly I did it. Why I did it exactly, my exact steps on getting there, so stay tuned. My name is Joel CV, and on this channel, my goal is to help porn addicts who are like me get from that to purposeful and ambitious young men through the grace of God. Not by my power, but through the grace of God. Stay tuned. So, first thing I'm talking about is my own story, it's my own backstory. So, to give you a little bit of context, I would say, when I first discovered pornography, I was about 13 to 14. I first discovered it on my elder brother's phone. Just saw it through I didn't have the phone back then. I just saw it through the files and all that stuff. I said, what's this? Oh, disgusting. I closed it right back. But I ain't stuck in my brain till up until now. I can still vividly just quite recall what I saw. Then a few years passed, 1, 2 years. I'm getting older, stuff like that. And eventually, porn comes up in every conversation. If you have friends, they talk about it one way or the other. Everybody's curious at that age, growing up 14 to 15. Everybody's curious and growing up. And I thought about it too. So sometimes I'll hear people talking about it, I'll be discussing it and say, oh, what's that? Oh, stop. So as time went on, I got curious. And one day, I looked it up. I searched it on my mom's phone. And I found it. From one video to another video, to another video, to another video, to different fetishes, to different genres, to different sub-genres, and stuff like that. Before I know it, I'm knees deep in this addiction every day, multiple times a day relapsing, multiple times relapsing in the morning, evening, in the midnight, early in the morning, wake up, just relapsing. So that's how I got into the addiction. For now, I was fully addicted from the ages of 14, from 15 to 19, 4 years. 4 years of serious depression, shame, guilt, self-hate, all those stuff that comes along with the addiction. And as of last year, June, along with some other kind of factors that were affecting it too, I hit my own, I would say, all-time low and stuff like that. With that being said, I was at my low, my lowest points. I was at the end of myself. I realized I could not do it on my own. So I kept trying to keep a streak, fall back, trying to keep a streak, fall back, relapsing, fall back, saying I'll never do it again, fall back, kept on relapsing, fall back, and the cycle was just too much to bear for myself. So I could not handle it again. So I came to the end of myself. That is the first most important thing. Most guys don't come to the end of themselves. They feel that they can do it on their own. They can find a solution. The first step to overcoming addiction is the fact that you need to learn that you need help. You need help from something, from somebody. And at that point in time, I don't really know what it was, God or somebody, but I just know I needed help from somebody. So the first thing I did the next day was search how to be a better person. Not exactly how to quit porn, how to be a better person, because my life was shit at that point in time. Long story short, I find that, and I just spiral into this whole movement of trying to fix this problem. So the first step I did was coming to the end of myself. So what I would advise anybody now is, look, you can't put this thing on yourself on your own. It's bigger than you. How many times have you tried to quit? How many times have you failed? You failed today, and you keep failing, So you need to realize that this addiction is bigger than you, and you need help. The only person that can help you, that can never fail you, is God, Jesus Christ. You need to commit and ask Him for the grace to overcome this addiction. Yes, I know I cannot do it on my own. I know I'm powerless. I keep failing repeatedly. Even though I was a month clean, even though I was a year clean, I fell back. 2 years clean, I fell back. You need to come to that acknowledgement, and from there, the true process of healing can start. Then the second thing I would say is a lifestyle change. Some people just say, okay, time to change, time to quit this addiction, but they don't change anything. They don't change shit. They still indulge in bad habits, from scrolling to fantasizing to consumption of sexual contents in the movies, music, everything they watch, everything they do, their conversations, everything. They don't change anything, and they expect change to happen. Look, it's not rocket science. If you want to get this addiction, you have to stop acting like an addicted person. If you want to get out, You have to stop acting like an addicted person. It's that simple. So change. There's some things you need to stop. Stop the scrolling. You know it's bad. Stop the constant every minute we consume something sexual every hour in everything you do, in your whole conversations, from your whole media. Everything is purely sexual. You need to cut it out. Then I would say the next thing is proper consumption. First thing you need to consume every day is your word, the Bible, the word of God, because all the answers that man looks for is in that book. I'm not saying I'm one kind of a scholar or something else, but I try my best. I do my own parts. I would advise you, find out for yourself. It's there. Study it, read it, ask questions about it. I don't know everything. You need to ask my own questions and stuff like that, but study it constantly. Watch, I would say, educated content, not brain rot. You're watching Iron Man vs. Spider-Man. You're watching how this guy got up at the gas station. It doesn't make any sense. What have you watched to improve yourself in the last 24 hours? What skills do you have? What do you want to learn? What do you not want to learn how to do? What are you doing in your own life? So stuff like that. Educate yourself. Minimum of, let's say, 1 hour per day to 3 hours max. Watch something educative. Enlighten your own brain. You consume all this stuff every day and before you know your brain dead. You cannot think. Everything you think is stupid. That's how people are letting ahead of you in life. Stuff like that. Then the next thing I would say is life analysis. Start asking yourself the big questions like, okay, I just graduated college. What's next? What do I do now? What happens in the next 5 years? In the next 2 years from now? In the next year? In the next 6 months? Where am I going? What am I doing? What am I doing in my life right now? Some people don't answer these questions. They just keep on going in the everyday life constantly, just the next day to the next day to the next day. They don't know bigger picture, no clear mindset, no idea. They just keep going. And before you know, 10 years has passed. They are still waking up every morning, watching porn the first thing in the morning, masturbating 7 times a day, and finally they say their life is ruined. So take action. Ask yourself the big questions. Find something doing. Then the next thing I would say is stay occupied with genuine purpose and occupation. Some people say, do the cold showers, do the gym, do the fitness. All those stuff are good, but you're just passing time with them. Do something meaningful that you know that, okay, this is what I want to do in my life. Ask yourself those big questions. Most of us have had something like that in the past that we did not take serious. Maybe you're a coder, you wanted to do YouTube, you wanted to start that business, but you keep joking around, keep procrastinating. Take it up, take it seriously. Like for me, it was music. I used to beat around the bush and write something down once in a while. Every 1 month or 2 months, just write something down. But I decided to, okay, let me take this stuff serious for once in my life. And life has been better since. That's how I would say. So stay occupied with your purpose or an ambition. Focus on God first, number one. Stay occupied. At least you should dedicate at least 2 hours a day to that thing. 2 hours a day minimum. Check anybody that is great in the world. Check their schedule. They don't spend nothing less than that, I would say in the beginning. That's what I would say. Then the next thing I would say is set goals and targets. Have clear goals. What do you want to be in the next 6 months from now? What do you want to have achieved? What do you want from life the next year from now? I'm not saying you can't plan the future. You can't determine the exact outcome of the future, but you should have an idea of what you want. You should say, okay, by this time next year, I want to have completed XYZ. I want to have had this by the grace of God. Put things as in order and life will get better for you. I'm not saying it's easy that things will just come, you just check things off your to-do list. But regardless, still have those things set in place. Feed your passions. Constantly remind yourself, consume things that you know that you have that passion in you. Let's say, for me, it's music. Every day, I watch something online or something educated that sparks that fire in me. Maybe it could be listening to a new beat, writing something down, listening to some other person's story, and just be like, yes, that idea, what's that thing they call it? Light bulb moment, something like that. Have those moments, even if it's 10 or 5 minutes, just dwell on that and bring that fire out. From 10 minutes a day, you can just improve from there. So that's that said. Then maintaining the lifestyle, isn't just self-explanatory. Just continue. Being consistent is not that easy. You have to dedicate. You have to want it. That's why I said from the very beginning, it's not in your own power. Because if you wanted to be consistent, you will be. But you can't just be every time. You have to ask God for His bliss, to be consistent, to continue going, to continue searching for Him, to continue improving aspects of your life, to be a better person and stuff like that. You have to be consistent. You have to set goals, weekly goals. Okay, this week, what did I achieve? Monthly goals. Okay, this month, what did you achieve? What's the target hit? Stuff like that. Build from small, then up. Weekly goals, monthly goals, yearly goals, stuff like that. So basically, that's it. I try to twist beyond that 10 minutes, but I'm going for 12 minutes now. So that's basically it. So if you like this video, if you like the content, if you find me reasonable to listen to, subscribe, like the channel. I make stuff like this for young men who are struggling with porn addiction, young men alike. taking them from that stage to purposeful and ambitious young men by the grace of God. So I want to ask a favor of you. If you like this kind of content, I'm actually building something that can help men escape the chains of this addiction. So I would be doing some research, and I would like it if I could hear the experiences, and I would say how this addiction has affected other men too, apart from me. You can reach out to me on X, formerly known as Twitter. We can have a deep conversation. Also, my Discord community is there. You can check it out. Community of young guys or guys, men just like you, who are struggling in this addiction and want to improve themselves and come closer to God. So simple, that's about it. Check it out. Reach out to me, talk to me one-on-one, have a conversation. Let's talk, let's share our experiences, and we can grow from there. So with that being said, take care, peace, trust in God, not trust in yourself, and keep pushing.